Can I start now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, you can start my mock
Oh,
test.
okay. So, do you prefer spending holidays with friends or with family?
In the past, I used to spend my weekends along with my friends because they were living next to my doors. However, this is not the case nowadays. So I need to spend my all of holidays along with my family members instead of my friends.
Okay. What kind of holiday accommodation do you like to stay in?
I couldn't catch the person. Can you say that again?
What kind of holiday accommodation do you like to stay in?
I'm interested in package holidays as well, rented guest house because it can provide you more space and you can spend time with family member instead of living in a public place. So I would suggest these type of holidays. Besides this, I would like to book all-inclusive holidays, which can offer everything. I don't need to purchase each package differently. If you are booking all-inclusive holiday, it means you can get everything, and don't need to pay a lot of money. It can also help you to save money.
Okay. What plans do you have for your next holiday?
To be honest, I I did not make any kind of plan in the past for my upcoming holidays. But if I think I need to go anywhere for my holiday, I would like to make different kinds of plans. It will completely depend on how much time I have and what sort of activities I can do there. So then I will plan everything according to number of holidays.
Okay. Is your city or region a good place for other people to visit on a holiday?
I would say yes and no. There are few places which are popular among tourists, but this case do not offer a variety of activities to perform for visitors. So if they want to come here for just short breaks, then it will be a better choice for them. However, if they want to have longer holidays, I would not recommend this place. I think that place doesn't have much to offer them.
Okay. Describe a car journey you made that took longer than expected.
Is it ma'am part two person?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Okay, let me take my notebook. Okay, do you have timer to set?
ma'am, I have not a stopwatch at that time.
Sorry, do you have stopwatch or do you not have any kind of stopwatch?
No, no, ma'am, I have no.
Okay, then you can start timer.
मैम कितने मिनट का लगाना है?
Meant you need to send 1 minute. I think 30 seconds, in my opinion, might have already passed. So you can just send set for 30 seconds now.
मैम 1 मिनट ना?
Okay, ma'am. Leave it. I have just prepared notes. Just give me a couple of seconds. I will start speaking. So you need to just send after that 2 minute timer for speaking time. You don't need to set now preparation time. By the way, usually we need to set 1 minute preparation time and 2 minute speaking time. Like examiner will give us 1 minute and cue card. Like part one and part three person will not be in front of our eyes, but part two person will be, and examiner will give you a 1 minute preparation time, and then will ask you to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. It is a time you can stop after 1 minute and 30 seconds, but it is okay for speak for 2 minutes. And examiner will ask you to stop when 2 minute timer will up. So
Ma'am,
okay,
hello.
yes, ma'am. Can you start now? 2 minute timer of speaking time.
Oh, okay. Just a minute.
Yes, because I have prepared my notes now. I will start speak and I will speak for two
Okay,
minutes.
2 minutes. Yes, it start now.
All right. So I would like to talk about my memorable journey, which I took a very long time ago. It might be 3 years ago, and that journey was taken from my current city where I'm living to my hometown. At that time, there were Eid holidays, and we need to celebrate Eid festivals along with family members and relatives. My grandparents invited us, so that's the reason we decided to took this journey by car, because it was our own car, and we thought that we can easily and quickly reach to our destination. But opposite things happen during the journey. Usually, it takes 2 to 3 hours, but on that day, we need to spend at least 4 hours to reach to our own hometown, because there was a bottleneck of traffic. Many people were going back to their homes due to holidays, and everyone wanted to celebrate their events along with their family members. So, although it took more than the estimated time, we enjoy this journey, which was around 4 hours. During this time, we visited all the landscape which came across along the roads. Like we were able to see beautiful landscape gardens, mountains, and many hills, which we had not experienced to watch them, because we adopted another path to avoid those bottlenecks. I would say it was an amazing experience, and even we were able to see Neelam River, which came across our path. And I would say it was an amazing experience. We also enjoyed boat riding after spending some time there. And I have a lot of memories for that journey. And I always shared those memories along with my friends. I would say it was unforgettable experience for me. I never had a chance to take such kind of long journey with beautiful memories. And I would like to again go to my hometown in the upcoming Eid holidays, and I would say I will try to enjoy my those traveling along with my family members and friends. Because previously when I visited my hometown, I was were along with my cousins as well as my family, including my parents and siblings. And how much time I spent?
156.
Sorry, ma'am. Can you tell me how
Half
much
an
time?
hour, ma'am. Half an hour.
Um, 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I think I need to mention more details so that I can go for 2 minutes. I thought it might be up because it seems that I am speaking too much. Alright, so
Yes,
in,
yes, ma'am. You can speak too much time.
yeah, I need to bring a lot of description then. Okay, ma'am, you can continue for part 3 follow-up questions.
Can you zoom it?
Alright. Is it visible?
Okay, ma'am. It's clear now. Can I start?
Yes, ma'am. You can start asking follow-up
Okay.
questions because we don't
How
have them.
how interested are young people in your country in learning to drive?
There are plenty of people who are fascinated by fascinated for driving skills. In the past, there were not much people, but due to traffic jams, everyone would like to own their private vehicle. That is the reason they are learning the skills. Some people are interested by exploring different sources online, like they want to learn about different signs which are placed along the roads. But other people are joining physical institutions so that they can drive cars by themselves, and it will provide them a real experience, and it will help them to pass the test which is required for taking driving license. So I would say more than 50% people who are owning their own cars, they are inclined for learning their skills.
What are the differences between driving in the countryside and driving in the city?
Can you say that question again? I was not able to catch it.
Okay. What are the differences between driving in the countryside and driving in the city?
In the city, if you are a new learner, it will be difficult for you to learn it. You can find vehicles all around the day as well as night, and there are more chances of fitting to anyone or even another vehicle. On the other hand, if you would like to learn about these skills in countryside, you are not faced with such kind of issues. Like there are a lot of fields and paths where you can learn driving. I would say we need to choose countryside instead of urban area because they have more space to offer you, and it will be very convenient for you to learn driving if you are a beginner, and there are less number of chances of having accidents.
Do you consider most drivers where you live to be good drivers?
I have observed many vehicles and I have seen many drivers, but I don't think so. They are good drivers because they are driving their car too fast, and there are so many accidents in my area. So there is one hospital, and whenever I pass along with that hospital, I have seen that their emergencies department is full of crowd. So this shows that a lot of accidents are happening in this area. This is just because of that these people are not good in driving. This can be one reason. Also, they are paying attention in using mobile phones while driving, which is not allowed, and this results in hitting other vehicles and humans. In my opinion, this is also the another cause which is um, bringing increase in number of accidents. In my opinion, government should implement certain rules so that no one use mobile phones and drive carefully.
Okay. How popular are electric cars in your country? Ma'am, it's a
Um,
next topic.
Sorry, ma'am.
It's a next topic, the electric cars.
All right. You can just tell the name and you can start the question. Okay. So if I talk about popularity of electric cars, these cars are much expensive compared to traditional one. That's just the reason people are not preferring it. Like they are unable to afford it. but the people who are living in capital city, they are owning them. But this is not in much trend in other parts of my country. Even if they become affordable in the near future, these vehicles will not be suitable to drive in countryside. So I would say in the future this might change, but I'm not much sure about change of this trend.
Okay. In what way could more people be persuaded to buy electric cars?
There are plenty of ways. First of all, we need to run different campaigns through social media platforms such as LinkedIn, YouTube, or even we can use TV, and we can tell about the benefits of driving this car. Another way is we need to make those cars inexpensive so that every low income earner can buy it, and in that way we can see increase in number of users. So these are the two ways I would say can be helpful to draw this trend, to bring this
And
trend.
do you think all cars will be electric one day?
It depends on number of factors. If it will be feasible and able to drive on any path, like in certain parts of my country, roads are not in good condition, and if these cars can be drive in those parts, then I hope so. This trend can be followed by everyone in the near future, but we can't say anything surely that it will replace completely traditional cars which people are now using, but it will take almost more than a century to see uh, time of electric cars.
Hmm. I think it's finished now.
Wait. Thank you so much for taking for my test. If you have any feedback, you can provide me.
Yes, ma'am. I think so. Today you can prepare it.
You can.
मैंने कल आज आपने काफी ज्यादा इसकी तैयारी की थी.
No, I did. I just see the. I did not see this topic before. I think this was a new topic and just speak on the spot. Like I usually come here to speak on any topic without seeing in advance. So I told that we will follow this book just for participants because certain participants want to topic in advance, but myself, I don't prefer this way. I want to speak on any topic. Like I want to make myself comfortable to. I just open this test now and just even I do not see the question while I share the screen. I just open the question and ask you to take my test because this will be the exam. Like we don't know in advance what questions are going to occur in our exam. So we should be able to answer on unknown topics. Like we don't see the question in advance, so that is the reason. I just spoke on the spot. But in my opinion, yes, I think I bring a lot of ideas while answering. I don't know what was the reason. Even I was not familiar with the term electric cars, and I have not taken much journey. So, but I think I just make different stories to answer this question on the spot. And I think this is what we need to do, even if unknown topic is going to occur in the exam.
Okay.
If anyone has suggestions for me, you can provide me. All right. Okay. I can move to practice for participants. But before that, if anyone has question, you may ask. Otherwise, if you want to practice this topic, you can do it.
Ma'am,
Anyone has any?
Ma'am, I want to
Yes, ma'am. You want to
yes,
do practice test?
yes, ma'am. I want to do practice in topic part 1.
All right, I can take it. But before that, if anyone has any general question related to this module, then you can ask it. Or you're facing any difficulty, you can ask it. All right. I hope so. Your practice for this module is going on well. So I can take part one practice test from Ma'am Ijab. Okay, other person who would like to give their mock test. In the meanwhile time, you can get idea if you are beginner. And after Ma'am Hijab, I would like to take a practice test from you as well if you want. And I would say everyone, you should try to answer the question and try to give an attempt in sessions. It will help us to give feedback from other, as well as you can see the recording later on and you can analyze yourself like what problems are you facing and what in which areas you need to work harder. So let's start your test, ma'am. Okay, can you tell me your name
My name is Sayyida Hijab Sara Nakul.
and what can I call you?
Hijab.
R1. And what do you do?
I completed my graduation in BS Psychology last year, and now I am free.
So let's move further and talk about holidays. Do you prefer spending holidays with friends or with family?
I would like to spend my holiday with my family members because I have a lot to enjoy with my siblings, with my parents, and we are uh, almost we are a lot of traveling in our car and in Mariside and Naran Tagan and Natsakali.
What kind of holiday accommodation do you like to stay in?
I want to stay in a hotel because so they hospitalize us very well and
Okay, ma'am. Sometimes your voice becomes slow and sometimes I'm unable to understand. Is it a problem for me or is it problem for everyone?
no, it's problem in my side.
I think sometimes you go far from mic and that is the reason your voice sometimes become slow. Try to adjust it so that I can easily understand what are you asking because it is necessary to provide you feedback.
I think it's issue in my side because of a net issue.
All right. Okay, let's move further. What plans do you have for your next holiday?
I have planned for northern areas or a foreign countries. I want to spend a holiday with my family members and a lot of enjoy and for a 1 week I want to plan or just
Is your city or region a good place for other people to visit on holiday?
no ma'am, I don't think so. Because there is no any good place to visit a holiday.
All right, so this is end of your test for part one. Let me provide you some feedback. First of all, try to extend your answers in the exam. In the first question, when I ask about although it is not part of marking criteria, when the examiner will ask you what is your name, you just don't need to say my name is Aisa Shwak. You can say my name is Aisa Shwak. You can address me with my first name, and this is you can say like at least 2 sentences. So that is the reason I asked next question, because your answer was very short. So it's like developing your answer was lacking in part one as well, and try to provide the reason explanation why you think like that. If I talk about is your city or region a good place, so in the session you are asking me no ma'am, but this is you can't say, you can say I don't think so, then you can tell about it, like you answer later on. First you said no ma'am, okay, don't say no ma'am or sir to examiner, and you can't say you many times. Although you didn't say about to you, but I'm just mentioning for rest of the participants as well. You can say it is not a good place, like why you can why you are saying this is not a good place, like you can prescribe over multiple reasons, like there are not many tourist restrictions here, so that is the reason. Like this area is developing and government is not investing much because it is not a good place. So you can talk about different reasons, try to extend. And one thing which I noticed, like I don't, these are the feedback which you need to improve it. And I was not able to pay attention too much grammatical structure because your answers were like. Breaking in the middle of the sentences, so it was very difficult. If I talk about your fluency, I think you are able to speak. You don't have problem to bring ideas. For how long you have been speaking? If you are at a beginner level, then I would say with the passage of time, you will be able to improve a lot if you maintain your consistency in speaking practice. So I would
This is
suggest
my
it.
first try, so that's why it's confusing for me.
Sorry, ma'am, I am not able to understand. Can you say it again?
Ma'am, because it's my first attempt to say something, so that's why it's confusing for me.
Then it was a good attempt, and I would say you can easily bring improvement in your practice. Just keep this momentum as it is very necessary. Like it is very necessary to speak continuously, and even if you skip for one day
Any
practice,
kind of grammar mistake, ma'am, can you ask me again?
sorry, ma'am, can you say it again?
Ma'am, you can say it again now. I don't understand what are you saying because there is a net signal issues on
Okay,
my
I'm going.
side, so that's why you can ask me again.
Okay, I was saying like one the problem was like in developing your answer and try to use a variety of linking levers, like just make your connection. If you say why this is why it is not good place, the reason is that there are not many tourist attractions. So try to link your story. Despite this government are also government is not providing a lot of funds to develop new places for visitors. So you can connect your ideas. One thing I don't know either it was your my problem. I sometimes people have even problem with speaking themselves, like there is no clarity. I would suggest you should watch the recording of this session and try to analyze yourself how much words are clear. If this issue is with your speaking, then you will get lower marks in pronunciation part. So you need to be clear, like your each word is understandable for everyone. Accent doesn't give you a mark, but make sure your accent doesn't affect your intangibility. Intangibility means your speech is clear for any listener to understand. So this is very crucial, and I would say also work on it.
You say again.
Then if you ask any question, can you ask it today again, because I'm not unable to understand. If anyone understood, ma'am, question, you can tell me.
Ma'am, I'm saying that there is any grammar issue.
Ma'am, there was a clarity issue and fluency and coherence. But if I talk about grammatical accuracy, as I mentioned, your voice was breaking, so I was not completely able to notice grammatical mistakes. Those areas in which I have noticed, I have told you. Okay, anyone else who would like to do practice for part one? Okay, anyone else who would like to practice for part two or part three and part three as well? Anyone who would like to do practice? Okay, can you all right. So we can work on certain other topics like if anyone is interested in doing practice, I can take your practice test. You can unmute yourself. I would suggest try to speak because it is very essential if you are going to sit in this exam. And if you're not speaking, I would say um, you might lose marks if you're not doing practice continuously. Like even if you are doing practice for a or like let's say you are doing practice for a month and after that you just break the momentum for a couple of days and you will automatically see the difference in your speed. If you're breaking the momentum, your overall performance will be affected. So it is very necessary when you start and when you want to go in the exam, don't leave this practice. Even if you leave it for a day, you need to bear for it. Okay, let's collect ideas for certain topics. I would say try to give your opinion in different kinds of topics. Okay, let's explore different topics which we find difficult. Uh, I would say everyone has difficulty in collecting ideas for certain topics. I would ask everyone, do you find difficulty in collecting ideas for animal topic or plant? Okay, let's collect certain ideas for specific topic. Let's talk about wild animals. If there is any topic. Okay, let's collect ideas for this topic. I think, in my opinion, we have discussed this topic one day. Let's talk about plants. Anyone who is not good in describing about plants? Anyone who say that they will face problem if topic related to plants will come in exam? Anyone? Okay, let's collect ideas. So I have question. Let's say one topic has been come in the exam to talk about a plant like which you want to keep in your home. So what would you say like this? Can you provide some ideas on this topic? Anyone who would like to talk about different ideas if plants topic is going to come in the exam? Okay, we can If you have any ideas, you can add here. We can also see if there's any specific topics in this book. I think in this part two, they describe about, okay, they talk about, you choose a wildlife. Let's talk about that. If you have any ideas or helpful information, you can talk about it. Okay, let's talk about this question. I think this is the topic which we can study here. Anyone who would like to read this first paragraph? Anyone who would like to read this first paragraph?
Yes, I will.
You can just read first paragraph and then we can find helpful information related to this topic of plant.
Okay, ma'am. Describe an important plant in your country. An important plant in my country is the bamboo, which holds significant cultural, ecological, and economic value. Bamboo can be seen in various regions, particularly rural areas and near water bodies, where it thrives in abundant sunlight and a well-drained soil. The plant is characterized by its tall, slender stalk, which can reach heights of up to 30 meters, and its lush green leaves that that's way gracefully in the wind. It's complete now. Ma'am, I think so. There is more important plant in our country is the rose and I think sunflower.
Ma'am, is there any activity that is going on?
Yes, ma'am. Um, okay. Mm, these are the questions which I have discussed. I think that's all for this part. There are no more questions.
Ma'am,
So,
I think in our country there is most important plant in our country is, I think so, sunflower and roses.
and can you add some more information and explanation like why they are important in our culture?
Because most of people in our country like them, like this life of these plants. That's why I think so.
They
Because
like
they're
that.
fresh and yes, they like, and they're also refreshes.
Are there any other reasons like they hold importance for us?
Because ma'am, I think so. Most of people like them, fresh them, and then enjoy it also.
They like them like this is the one reason. One we have seen here like they do gardening as a hobby, so that is the reason they grow plenty of them. Another reason can be like many flowers can be used to give gifts to different people. So this is the another reason like people do. So there are plenty of uh, reasons like for having importance to any plant. So we can describe it, but which we are going to choose it depends on ourselves. So we can select anyone where we can have a lot of information we can talk about. I think we don't have enough time. I hope so. Now you have much ideas to talk about. I think a couple of minutes ago, I think, speaking and my mic was muted. I checked later on. I don't know why this happened. I don't know
Yes,
how much.
ma'am. We are also yes, ma'am. We can also see this that your voice is not audible at that time.
And for how much time I was not audible?
I think it's a half an hour.
For how much time?
Half an hour, ma'am. Your voice is not audible.
Half an hour. I think nobody told me, and I was saying for a very long time, and I think you didn't mention that I was not audible. Like my
Ma'am,
was.
we can mention it.
I just see your message at 1:53 p.m. Or it's okay, but I was discussing this topic and reading it for a very long time. I hope so you got the idea, but we have not much time, and tomorrow we will discuss another topic. And there is
Sure.
one we have discussed three for this book, and one is remaining. We can discuss it tomorrow.